Hiya, Jimmy here. How you doing? Well, I'm back from my little trip last week where I tried the van out for the first time in nearly 2 years, and it all went really well. Had a fantastic time actually, and it's all on YouTube. You can check it out for yourself. But while I was away, I've just discovered that my water system could do with a bit tweaking, a bit of an update. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Okay, I'll just show you what the problem is. If you turn the tap on, it works fine. And there we go. Now it only lasts a couple of seconds. Now the problem is, that's my water system. And in 2019, I've done a video about how to do a simple water gauge, which is this pipe here, this see-through pipe. Now, as you can see, it's connected to the pipe, not the tank. So what happens is, when you turn the pump on, the pump sucks the water out of this pipe easier than it sucks the water out the tank. So what we did to get around that was, I put two little restrictors to restrict the flow. One in the top here and one in the bottom down here. And it sort of worked okay. But when I took the tank out to clean it in the spring, I must have disturbed something, because now it's sucking the water out the pipe too quickly. And there's only about a third of a tank in there, mind. You can see the level there. So if it had more water in, the tap would last longer before it ran out of water and sucked air in. But that's no good, because when you're off grid, you might be low on water and you won't be able to just top it up as easy as you like. So the tap has to work all the time. So what I'm going to do today is do a bit of a modification. Now, I did say at the end of the 2019 video that there was an alternative if you didn't want to faff around with the restrictors. And that alternative is what I'm going to do today. So what I'll do is, I'll take the tank out, I think, because it'll be easier to show you. So I'll come back when the tank's out. Okay, I bought these elbow joints to go into the tank, which means the pipe will be, the little clear pipe will be into the tank, not into the feed line, so the pump won't be able to suck the water out of the pipe. Only problem we've got now is, where do we mount it? And this will involve drilling holes in your tank. Now that was the main reason I didn't do this from day one, because I didn't want to drill holes in my new 70-pound tank. But I've been thinking about it. I think the only disaster mistake you can make is to drill the hole too big for that. The rest of the things that might go wrong, the leaks and things, can be repaired. You won't need to replace the tank. Obviously, if you make this hole too big, that's more of a disaster. So we've got to be careful we don't drill a hole too big. Now, where do we put it? Because it has to go onto a flat part of the tank. You can't put it on a body line there, because you'll get a leak. And that nut goes on the back of it with that seal. So that's the size. That seal has to make a good contact onto the tank. So when you're doing it, you're going to have to put that seal on and draw around and allow for the nut to be on the other side. Don't go too near the curves in the tank. So the only 3 places I can think of there would be ideal. The only problem with that is you're not getting the top little bit and you're not getting the bottom little bit. Now I don't suppose that would matter too much, but it would be better if you could get it, you know, the whole range. So that would be ideal, but it's straight down from there, it's into a body shape, so you can't do that. Another one I thought of was there to there. Now that's getting most of the range of the tank. The only problem is the pipe would be going over the red cap. But I'm just thinking, you don't take the cap off when the tank is in place. That's for cleaning it, so you can stick your arm in and clean it. But I don't suppose you'd be doing that with the tank in place. So if you put that pipe there, you can always take the pipe off when you've got the tank out to take it off, and it might even move out the way enough to get it out anyway. The other place I thought of is there's a flat part there and a flat part there, and there is a space behind it to get the nut on. The only thing is, with my setup, the cabinet doors here, and this is where the hinge is, so the door opens that way, so you have to open the door right out wide to see this pipe, and it would still be sort of in the shade. So I think I'm going to plumb for there to there. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the seal onto the top part where I'm going to do it close to the side as I can, but leaving enough for the nut, and I'm just going to draw a circle in there. Right, now the hole has not got to be bigger than that mark. I think it has to be actually, but anyway, I'll cut it out to the mark and then I'll try that in. So I'm going to drill it out with a step drill. You can see the steps on it, and I've just tried the seal over it. It's slightly bigger than the second last one. So here we go. A little bit more. There's a wee lip on the inside, because the drill is tapered. There's a wee lip on the inside, so I'm going to try and take that off with a file, and I think that's probably going to be it. So I'll come back when I've filed it. Right. Oh, that's lovely. That's exactly the size. In fact, you can hear it skipping over the threads. So that's that one. I can't hold the tank. I can't hold the tank and show you at the same time. There, lovely fit. And there we are, there's the first one in. Absolutely lovely fit. I'll be very surprised if that leaks. So I'll do the same with the bottom one, but obviously won't film that one because you won't want to see me do it twice. And I'll come back to you when I've done that. By the way, there was all plastic swarf on the inside, so make sure you give it all a good wipe out. Yeah, you don't want plastic stuff going into your pump or floating about in your water either. So give it a good wipe out with a rag if you're going to do this. Well, there we are. It's looking quite good. And there was no need to worry about the pipe getting in the way of the red cap, because you can take it off, no problem with the pipe on. And you see, putting it back on again. There you go, you can see. And when you fill it up now, obviously the water will come up to the level in there, and that's the outlet. So when you pump sucks out the outlet, it will not be sucking the water out of the clear pipe. So that's that problem solved. Now, I haven't put any clamps on. They were quite tight fits. I don't know whether to, I think I may try it without any clamps on first. And as long as they don't leak, that'll be fine. I was going to put a white piece of something behind there, and then when I'm filling it up, I'm going to mark, well, I am going to do something like that anyway, but I might write on the pipe instead of the white background. I'm just going to fill it up in stages and put 10 litres in, 20 litres in, mark it 40, 60, and so on. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I've just got to modify the pipework where the old clear tube was in and the T-piece is in and stuff. I'll just take them completely out and put new pipe in, and then we'll fill it up and try it. Well, it's all back in now, and as you can see, I filled it up 10 litres at a time, and I've put the markings on the pipe and the tank. I haven't bothered putting a white strip behind. That'll do fine, that's all I need. And you can see we're on 50 litres there now, and I filled it, as you can see, with the funnel, and we'll just try it to make sure it works okay. And you can see that the level in the pipe is not changing at all. And we're still going strong. So that's it, job done. Well, that's water system all upgraded. No restrictors, no having to wait for the pipe to catch up to the level of the tank. Instantly see the level, and I think that's quite important actually. It was one of the things I didn't like when I started. You didn't know, on the first couple of trips we didn't know how much water we had. It's much better just having a look, saying, oh yeah, we've got plenty of water. It is a bit daunting drilling a hole in your brand new 70-pound tank though, but if you take your time, it's not that bad. Speaking of drilling a hole in your tank, if you still don't want to drill a hole in your tank, I've had another idea, and I don't know how I didn't think of it before actually. But before I tell you what it is, just let me point out, my first video was 2019, 2 years ago. It's been watched by a few thousand people, and not one person has said, oh, there's another way. So don't go being clever after the event, saying, oh, we knew that. No. Anyway, it's absolutely really simple. I don't know how I didn't think of it. I'll show you on this. This is the pipe, the old pipe that I took out. Now that was the pipe into your tank, and that's the pipe to your pump, to the T-piece, pump and drain. You got a restrictor in there and a restrictor in there. Right, take the restrictors out straight away. Well, don't put them in. So you got no restrictors in, and then if you make that pipe there a couple of inches longer, and just put one of those orange taps in from the garden centre. And then when you want to use your sink tap, you just shut that tap off. Use your sink tap. Of course, with the tap being shut off, it won't allow any water to come out, so you won't drain that pipe down, and it'll work fine. Only thing is though, if you just keep that turned off all the time and never turn it on, the water will never go down in this pipe. And you'll be using your water, so your level in your tank will be going down, but the level in this pipe won't. So there'll come a point where your water is very low in your tank, and this will still be saying you've got plenty of water. So you've got to remember to open the tap every so often and let this clear pipe and the tank find their levels again, and then you can turn it off again. But this system I've just put in now, it is the best if you can bear drilling a hole in your new tank, because there's no maintenance, there's no wires, there's no fuses. It's dead simple. I say no maintenance, apart from checking for a leak once in a while. You don't have to do anything. It's just does it itself. It's perfect. So I'm rabbiting. So we'll end the video here, and thank you very much for watching, and you take care, and I'll see you on the next one.